Hi guys, I just want to come on here and talk to you about something that is so important for you guys to know. I don't know if I have spoken about this situation or I just kept it under wrap or something, but I just wanted to be honest and be truthful to you guys and let you know, like, just be vulnerable right now to you guys because I feel like you deserve it. And you deserve to know what's going on or what happened in the past what I went through, and it may encourage someone to keep going, whatever they may be going through or struggling on, you know. And in the past, I had a mentorship that I was once under, and unfortunately, I'm no longer under that mentorship anymore. Um, if I can say like it was like me helping this person's business, church and everything, um I um I would literally do like every day, like I would do like devotionals, you know, that she tells me to do. And everything was going great at first, but then everything start to turn dark, unfortunately. Like the person like start treating me like emotionally abusing me in some kind of way, um sort of like just the way they tone, the way they always try to correct me, the way I say stuff. They always try to make me speak perfectly or like speak the way they want me to speak, talk the way they want me to talk. um Unfortunately, that's what happened. In the relationship, in the mentorship as well. I gave everything to that person when it came to their ministry and their business. They trusted me with their websites and everything else, but I never got back at the person. I never, wanted to seek out for revenge or nothing like that. I just dealt with the the emotional abuse all the time because of the person, that was over me. Unfortunately, I wasn't as um outspoken about certain things or how I felt toward how the person made me feel, you know, emotionally and mentally. And unfortunately, when every time I try to, speak up about something or how I feel, the person would speak over me and, cut me off or try to correct me on the things I say or try to gaslight me to make me feel worse or guilty or ashamed. And sometimes they would bring up, God in the midst of it to make me feel even more condemned, honestly, condemned. And anyways, like what I was saying was is that I felt condemned because of what the person was doing and how the person spoke to me, and I was always so used to, being like stepping on eggshells. I always been so used to stepping on eggshells and I don't know. I just was so used to doing that all the time, all my life, always taking the end of the stick. And I'm sorry, but it's so frustrating, because you respected the person, you look up to the person so much, and they just hurt you, and you just like, what did I ever done to this? Like, what did I done to the person for them to hurt me or, emotionally abuse me, and I felt like it was just at some point it was just a breaking point last year. Like last year was worse, At some point it was a breaking point where I just didn't want to deal with the abuse anymore. Um I removed myself from the person and I just no longer want to have anything associated with the person. I just didn't want to associate with the person no more. Because of the person was, just belittling me and gaslighting me and making me feel worse and bringing up my past in some kind of way, and it was just like the back and forth, on and off back and forth with the person. I honestly just didn't felt like I was safe or protected or being heard at all. And so I just got to a point where I was just like, I tried to make it work and it didn't work. Like I tried to make the mentorship work, but it just didn't work. And it's just devastating. It hurts me. And to be honest, I will say this, that I did not whatsoever got paid for the work that I done at all. No, I did not. And I worked very hard for the business and the ministry that the person was having me have full access to. And so it was I was crying. I was very disappointed. I was very sad. I just didn't feel like I wanted to be here on this earth no more in the past. All those emotions was just piling up on me. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody about it. I felt like I couldn't, share, what I've been through in my life um, with anybody because the person would make me question who should I talk to about certain things, with like I used to be in a community with women that I was chatting with, and the person didn't like that. The person was just making me second guess that is that a good idea for me to be in a community with women that prays for one another. And that's where I've always went to a community with women that will always pray for each other, and I always ask for prayer. It was needed for me to do to have that in the midst of what I was going through in the past. But it's just hurtful and just disappointing to know that the person you look up to wouldn't want you to have that type of support system that you need, especially when you're going through something. And I just I felt like it just was nothing. It was something that I just had to learn how to how to say no and how to just not put up with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to speak up for myself, and when I felt like I couldn't speak up for myself, I just got to a point where I was just like, I'm done. Like I'm just done trying to make everything work. I'm a nice person. Like I always want the best for everybody. I always want to see the good in everybody. I am a pure-hearted person. Like I am genuinely nice person. If you know me personally, you would see me that I'm a genuine nice person, and I want nothing more to see good and see good things happen for you and see you doing your best. And so that is how I feel to this day about the person that hurted me, that I no longer associate myself with. Like I wish the person the best, and I pray for the person. I pray that God, correct them in their ways, and speak to them and let them know that there's certain things that they have to work on with them spiritually and mentally and emotionally. And I feel like that they have a lot of work they need to work on, within themselves before they can, equip somebody else. Unfortunately, I felt like the person wasn't in the right state of mind to equip anybody, not even me. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But yeah, that is all I wanted to talk about with you guys, because I just want you to know that I have been through a lot of hardships and disappointing relationships with people, and it just never worked out. Somehow it just never worked out. And I hope that this will encourage you guys that, when you're going through something like this, don't turn your back on God. Just don't. Still love your enemies, still love those that hurt you, and forgive them and pray for them. But you do not need to associate yourself with them at all. You don't need to, be around them. Keep your distance from them. If they're being negative around you, if they're not lifting you up, they're just tearing you down. And that's how I felt. I felt like I was being teared down. One minute I'm being lifted up, and then the next I'm being teared down by the person. And that's just how I felt. That's just my experience. And and yeah, and this is why I started this ministry of, in God she trusts, because I really believe that that was a sign that God wanted me to start on something new, something fresh, something brand new, to start on, believing in myself and believing that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I don't need to rely on people to to do that. I don't need to rely on people to do that all the time. It depends on what it is, but and so I just been struggling when it came to, the ministry and everything in the past. And so I just took a leap of faith to just start doing this YouTube channel. And not to mention, not that I haven't mentioned this, but in the past, like I was getting a lot of views, a lot of attention on my channel, on this channel, and I would tell this person about it, and the person would say like, God doesn't want you to be out and about, or God did not want me to be ready to be in public eye, like that. Like, it was just weird, and it was just a weird energy with the person. They did not want me to, show up, like, be on YouTube or post anything on YouTube anymore. They felt like God was calling them to tell me that I should take a step back from YouTube because of it, and because of that, this channel, sort of kind of failed, or kind of just I don't know how to, I don't have the words for it, but it just kind of felt like this channel just wasn't reaching the potential that I wanted to have or see in my life and in this channel. It wasn't reaching the views that I used to, gain on this channel. All because I listened to this person, and I just let the person control my life. I let the person control what I do in my private life, and it affected me emotionally and mentally. And because of that, I don't really have, friends that I can talk to about certain things, about what I go through. I can only talk to God about it. But and so that is also why what I have been through in the past, and what I have struggled on, is seeing the potential of this channel. Like, I have had a hard time trying to see the potential of this channel to grow more, to be helped more, or like to have some support system when it comes to this channel. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't really seen that support that I wanted, that I need when it comes to this channel. And so, with all that being said, if you guys are, wanting to, like, in your heart, if you are wanting to support me, in your heart, you know what I'm saying? If that is what you wanted to do and that was on your heart in the beginning, and you felt like you wanted to support me, then I would definitely put that link down below in the description of this video. And I just want to say thank you so much for listening to this story. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for helping me. I really truly appreciate all your support, all your donations, all anything that you can do. Like, if you can share the link that I have shared in the description below, and if you can share it to anybody, that will really mean the world to me. And I really appreciate your support, and I really, really am grateful. Truly am. I just feel like it's okay to, ask for help when it's needed, when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I used to not want to ask for help. I just felt ashamed or guilty for asking for help because I felt like I didn't want people to think less of me, think worse of me, and I think that's the thing that I need to stop, thinking. I need to stop thinking that way, and I need to believe that God has people out there in the world that can bless me, and I can also be a blessing onto others. And I just wanted to let you know that the donations and everything that you are wanting to give to me, which I'm very truly grateful for, will be used for the right things. It will be used for this ministry, and it will be used just for me to be able to, you know, be creative on this channel as much, as often. And so, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below. And like I said, if you really like these type of videos and you really enjoy it, please like and subscribe to this channel. And I hope you guys can take this story as an encouragement to remind you that whatever you're going through or whatever somebody has put you through, do not let that specific thing define you. Do not let it stop you from pursuing the purpose that God has in store for you. If you are called to do YouTube, if you are called to do TikTok, do it. Don't let no one stop you from doing YouTube and TikTok. Don't let no one stop you from, listening to what God has spoken to you before when you were in a secret place. Don't, because it will affect you more mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It will affect you. So just keep going, keep your head up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Keep believing in yourself. Trust that you have that relationship with God, and trust that you know what's God. Only you know what God has in store for you. Not everybody can see the vision or understand the vision that God has shown you about your future, about your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to support you on your purpose, on your dreams, on your vision. Unfortunately, that's the truth. But you just have to keep going. You just have to keep praying about it, and praying that God would get you through it, and get you through any struggles, any obstacles, any challenges that you may be going through, and just trust that God is with you in the midst of what you're going through. And I just wanted to share that story because I want you guys to know that it hasn't been easy since I no longer under that person's mentorship. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been as in it hasn't been easy for me. It has been difficult and hard for me. Sometimes there's good days, sometimes there's bad days. But I know that God is for me and that He is helping me get through it and strengthening me to keep going and to be creative on this channel. And I just really hope that this video blesses you, and I hope it encourages you to keep going and don't give up on your dreams and your goals, and just keep doing what God asks you to do. Um, and just trust your relationship with God. Trust that you know what's best for you and that God knows what's best for you. No one else can tell you how to live your life. No one can tell you how to, pursue your purpose, or, you know, just pursue your purpose. Like, no one can tell you what to do with your life. Only you can. Only you can. So don't let no one control your life. Don't let no one stop you from walking into the purpose that God has in store for you. And like I said, I hope this word, not prayer, but I hope this video blesses you guys. If you have any questions, just comment down below. If you want to know more about anything about my story, if you click on the link that I put down below in the description, you will be able to read my story. If you want to know more about it, you know what I'm saying? And so I just hope that you guys have a great day, and just take care and just keep going and don't give up on your dreams and your goals. I love you guys and take care.